Did you know that for the last 9 years, Evolo magazine has held a competition for the problem-solving skyscrapers of the future? Most skyscrapers don't do much more than house people or offices, but one day they could also help solve problems like urban pollution and waste collection. Architects are working hard to come up with concepts on how to overcome these problems, and some of these concepts are, well, how to say it, less thinking outside the box and straight out insane. But maybe insane is just the answer. We need to house the 9 billion people who will be roaming the globe by mid-century. So in this video, we're gonna tell you about most insane skyscraper concepts. The video is gonna be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Aqua, Chicago. Designed by American architect Jean Gang in the city that invented the skyscraper, Chicago's 82-story Aqua Tower happens to be the tallest building in the world designed by a woman, but that's not why we're including it. To capture the urban views, balconies jut out into the sky, giving the tower its undulating figure, resisting the angular typologies of Chicago's traditional tower design. Aqua was awarded the Emporis Skyscraper Award as 2009 Skyscraper of the Year and was shortlisted in 2010 for the biennial International High Rise Award. In celebration of the 2018 Illinois Bicentennial, Aqua was selected as one of the Illinois 200 Great Places by the American Institute of Architects Illinois component AIA Illinois, and was recognized by USA Today Travel magazine as one of AIA Illinois' selections for Illinois 25 must-see places. It has been compared to 8 Spruce Street in New York City. Number 9. F&F Tower, Panama City. The F&F Tower in Panama City, originally called the Revolution Tower, rotates like a helix. This tower features one of the tightest twists in the world, turning 5.943 degrees as it rises to a height of about 760 feet. Because the building makes a distinct rotation for each floor, there are 4 exterior balconies on every level. Number 8. Earth Scraper, Mexico. When you can't go up, go down. Well, at least that was the theory when Mexican architect came up with the concept of the 65 stories ground-inverted pyramid being dubbed the Earth Scraper. There's very little room for any more buildings in Mexico City, and the law says we can't go above 8 stories, so the only way is down, explains Esteban Suarez, co-founder of BNKR Arquitectura, the firm behind the proposals. The plan is for a massive 240m into 240m glass roof with a huge Mexican flag above, being Mexico City's main public square. There would then be a 300-meter deep inverted pyramid which would allow natural light to get to the depths of the building. The cost of building Mexico's rabbit hole is projected at $800 million, with Suarez conceding that getting natural light and fresh air down to the lower floors will be a problem, and he's investigating a system of fiber optics that could deliver sunlight from the surface. The first 10 floors are set aside for a cultural center and museum, with the next 20 floors being residential, then commercial and office buildings. The design also includes a series of earth lobbies that will store plants and trees with the intention of improving air quality and raising the morale of residents of the subterranean building. It's very difficult to get any recent news on this, with most sources coming from 2011. Whether this means the Earth Scraper will only ever be a Mexican pipe dream, who knows? Number 7. Tianzi Hotel, Langfang. This bizarre 10-story creation made it into the Guinness Book of Records for being the world's biggest image building. Perhaps not a skyscraper in the traditional sense, the beaming depictions of Fu, Lu, and Shu, Chinese gods of fortune, prosperity, and longevity, certainly stand out against the skyline. Enter the hotel through the wide-bearded fellow's right foot and take a nap in the hotel's most luxurious suite, located in its giant peach. Number 6. Evolution Tower, Moscow. Evolution Tower, located in Moscow, Russia, resembles 2 ribbons wrapping around each other like a double helix. The building twists by 3 degrees per floor with an overall rotation of roughly 135 degrees from base to top. When its design was revealed in 2004, the tower's DNA-shaped design stood out from almost all skyscrapers worldwide. Number 5. AlDar Headquarters, Abu Dhabi. The United Arab Emirates boasts the world's tallest skyscraper, the 830-meter Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and now is also home to the world's first circular skyscraper. No longer restricted to using steel frame technology to create tall, straight towers, the UAE-based MZ architects have built a revolutionary stacked dinner plate prototype at a cost of around £1 billion. Number 4. Vending Machine Skyscraper, Tokyo. Where else but Tokyo, Japan's capital city, where you can literally buy anything from a vending machine, including used panties from teenage girls. However, if this concept actually sees the light of day, you'll also be able to get your own 3D printed home from a vending machine-style skyscraper. The concept was thought up by an architectural student at the University of Manchester and would essentially see a giant 3D printer sitting atop the building, reusing waste in order to create a pod, which can then be carried down to the building by huge mechanical arms and slotted into an available space. Pods could be used for residential or commercial, and when the user is finished, the pod would be removed and then recycled into a new pod for the next buyer. The student who designed it says the high-precision construction method of 3D printing would significantly reduce the amount of labor, time, costs, and material waste. I think that the robotic construction of homes would be the sensible solution to address the growing demands of the housing market. Whilst my personal belief is that this style will not ever actually come to fruition, it does set the scene for a different type of living. Think instead of 3D printing the pods on site, instead use the pod concept and robotic arms moving the house into place. For transportable pods that can travel the country or world, with residents being able to book into a space for 2 to 3 months and then leave again, taking their pod with them. Number 3. Fake hills, Beijing. Is your overly flat city in need of some rolling hills? Why not just build them, as the Chinese coastal town of Beijing did? This does what it says on the tin. Residential development designed by mad architects combines high-rise and ground scraper typology to emulate Mother Nature's contours in what is otherwise a very low-level city. Number 2. Ocean Scraper. Given that 71% of the Earth's surface is oceans, and if climate change has its way, then that number is going to increase. The old adage in real estate that we're not making any new land is ringing closer and closer to home. As an answer to this, there's now a push towards finding ways to live on the ocean, with one of the latest ideas being ocean scrapers. This is an avenue being pursued by numerous architecture firms, although no one is actually in the process of actually building one yet. An ocean scraper, which is also known as a sea scraper or water scraper, is a proposed large building that will function as a floating city. It would generate its own energy through waves, wind, current, solar, etc., and produce its own food through farming, aquaculture, hydroponics, etc. Currently, architecture firms in Malaysia, Netherlands, Belgium, and of course the Japanese are working on concepts of how we can build these floating cities, plus make them completely eco-friendly. Some designs have livestock and forests on the top level, with residential units floating just below the surface, and commercial spaces deeper underwater. Whilst there are a host of complications to overcome, the most obvious being how to plan for leaks, most of the technology actually exists or could be easily adapted. Countries such as Dubai, of course is Dubai, and Fiji are already working on underwater hotels with a live view of marine life. The biggest question is, would people actually want to live underwater permanently, especially knowing that if something goes wrong, they'll literally be sleeping with the fishes. Number 1. World Financial Center, Shanghai. If you've ever wanted to do yoga 1,555 feet above the earth, it's time to make a trip to Shanghai. This super tall skyscraper, which opened in 2008, gives visitors the opportunity to float above the massive city of Shanghai and, if desired, practice their warrior pose. It's a mixed-use skyscraper consisting of offices, hotels, conference rooms, observation decks, and ground floor shopping malls. Park Hyatt Shanghai is the tower's hotel component, comprising 174 rooms and suites occupying the 79th to the 93rd floors, which at the time of completion was the highest hotel in the world. What's your opinion about these most insane skyscraper concepts? Which one did you like the most? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.